What's going on, everybody? Adam here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the ARC Xtreme 9006 LED low beam bulbs. Whether you're replacing your working OEM bulbs or you just have one that went out and you want to upgrade, LEDs are the way to go. One, they're going to last longer. Two, they're going to be a lot brighter. And three, they're going to make your vehicle look a lot newer. My standard bulbs are extremely yellow and gross. This is an older vehicle, an 01. But with these lights, whenever you're heading down the road, people are going to think it's new. One thing I really like about the LEDs compared to the halogen bulbs or some HID bulbs is we don't have any lag. It's just going to be putting out about 4,500 lumens immediately, and I really like that, especially if you're switching from high to low. You're not going to have that lag at all. And this is going to be 6.5K when it comes to the light. So it's white, it's not blue, and it's not yellow like you see here. I really like the newer look because one, it's a lot brighter and it just doesn't look as old as the original headlights are. But it is going to be about 5 times brighter than a 35-watt HID system and a lot brighter than the halogen bulb. So this is definitely the route to go. So as you can see, this is just with the standard light bulb. Doesn't really light up a whole lot, but then when I undo this and cover up the other one, it definitely gives you an idea of how much brighter this is going to be. And I'm actually just covering this up with my back, and I can feel a lot more heat coming off the incandescent bulb. So that is also cool because heat means loss of voltage, and it's just a little bit better for your electrical system and your vehicle. Super quick and easy install. It's just plug and play. You don't have to splice into any of the wires or anything like that. It took me maybe 30 minutes to get a lot more brightness out of my headlights. So if you stick around, I'm going to show you how easy it is. First thing you want to do is familiarize yourself with the hardware that comes with the kit. In one box, we're going to get 2 LED bulbs. I already installed one, but this is what it's going to look like. It's going to have an aluminum housing, and it is going to have a fan in the back of it. The cool thing about this fan is it's going to cool off. So a lot of these LED lights, they come with heat sinks, but no airflow going through it. There's not a whole lot of airflow in the engine cab, so with this, it's not going to overheat and melt the unit or your headlight. So that's always awesome. So that is always a plus. And we also are going to have an aluminum construction on all this, so it's not going to rust away. And this is going to just prevent any error codes or anything popping up whenever we get these installed. Sometimes it gives you an error code, and other times they just flicker. This is going to solve that. And they do have really nice connections with good rubber little seals, so we don't have to worry about the water getting to them. So now what we need to do is get our headlight out of the housing. One thing you do want to do is there is going to be a little tiny Allen key and a little threaded portion. What we want to do with that, on one end, the Allen key is going to be able to go in, and there's going to be a little hole right here. This is basically going to make sure that this and this do not separate. So go ahead and thread that in and tighten it down. Headlights vary from car to car, but with this 01 Tahoe, what you want to do is just take these little rods, twist them and pull them up like that. There's going to be 2 of them for my car. And then once that's done, you just pull it out. And once we do that, we'll go ahead and rotate our old headlight and then work its way out. And once that's out, you can go ahead and take the other one out. I actually have the high beams in right now, but today we're going to be replacing the low beams because it looks weird having 2 different types. So once that's done, just set your headlight to the side, and what we want to do is this little connector right here. I'm going to go ahead and kind of just pull this up ever so gently to get over that tab right here. And once we pull that out, it'll pop out. And you can do what you want with the bulb we're taking out. You can either save it just in case, or you can go ahead and throw it away. First thing we want to do is take our little harness, and we are going to take our factory harness and use this little plug right here We want to make sure that the positive and negatives are going to line up. We can click that into place, and then we take our bulb right here, and again, positive and negative, it'll say it right there. Line that up and put that into place. You don't want to force it because it will fall into place once we got it, just like that. And that's basically it. So it does come with some double-sided tape. It also comes with zip ties, so we can go ahead and find a good spot to keep these guys just so they're not rattling around or anything like that. But I'm going to go ahead and clean that up a little bit later. So once we kind of get everything in, we can go ahead and reinstall our headlight. Cool thing about these is you can rotate them 360 degrees. So what that means is we can either put it in and click it into place like this, or we can kind of put it in like this and rotate it. So this is just going to give you the option to put your LEDs either sideways or up and down, which is really nice, but that all is going to come down to what you think is best, and you're going to have to drive a little bit to figure out exactly what you like more. It is a little difficult to get this into the little slot. With a little bit of play, it'll get in there. We had an issue. So on our driver's side, and this is specific for my 2001 Chevy Tahoe, I could not get it in there just because of this black plastic housing. So what I did was I removed 4 different bolts, and now I can kind of just pull this up a little bit. And we really don't want to mess with it that much because this is the light adjustments for our headlights. So with that, now it fits in there just like that. So if you do have that issue, try not to mess with these here as they're the adjustments. That takes a while to dial them in. Just kind of loosen up the housing a little bit just so you can get it in there, and that'll solve your problem. Now that that's done, we can go ahead and take our light and connect our wires back up. And then we can go ahead and take care of the wires, clean it up a little bit, and put our headlight back in. Once we have our headlight installed, close the hood, and I'm gonna flip the switch. I did it earlier, and it is crazy the difference that you see. Obviously right here, it looks a lot better than the incandescent bulb. It's an older car, but it has the newer light look, and I really like that. This is hard to look at. That I can look at it all day, but if you look on the wall, you can definitely see the difference in colors. But now I'm gonna go ahead and turn the lights off and see how much brighter it really is. So here we go. And that is a ridiculous difference. As you can see, obviously it's white compared to yellow, gross looking, but look how bright it is compared to the other one. I will definitely be able to see the deer a little bit sooner than I used to. Now that we have the driver's side done, I'm gonna go ahead and do the passenger side so you guys can see what it looks like all together. Now we can see the final product, and that is very bright, and that is awesome. And that'll do it for a look at the ARC Xtreme 9006 LED low beam bulbs.